Okay, we are going to do something slightly different. This, though maybe I should have done something else. We're going to start this. I want to get this done. It's a DIY elevator made out of wood and other bits and pieces. It looks exactly like the same kind of things you get off AliExpress, but packaged in a box and sold for higher prices. Except I didn't pay a high price for this. I paid $1, which is what that yellow sticker means. So this came from an op shop. So we'll just see what it's all about. It looks kind of cool though. It's got like a little control board. I've had a little look at it. It's new enough. I may have to make sure I have a screwdriver. We forgot the screwdriver. This should do. And you feel like it should come with a screwdriver. Like I feel like, you get a lot of things these days and they come with tiny little screwdrivers. You'd think this one would come with a tiny little screwdriver. It's one of these ones where you've got to tie the wires onto the end, which is never the best way of doing things. So here are the instructions. This is the entire lot. I'm going to keep these to myself while we do it, and just go over it myself. Learn and recognize the components is the first thing it says. The first thing we're doing is we're going to hook up all of this, which is kind of exciting. So we're not gonna lose bits. I'm gonna put all of these things in here so that I don't lose them. So I think you just tie the two wires together. Strip the lead of the. Oh, I have to strip the. Oh, what? I've only got the big giant strippers, which are probably going to be too harsh. Well, we'll find out what happens. Does that to be real? Oh no, that worked. Okay. So we'll just strip off these a little bit. You'd think they would come pre-stripped. Like I don't know why. They're a little bit stripped at the end. But I'm ripping off the tinned part of it. So alright. That should be enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Should actually use chocolate block things, whatever they're called. I don't have them on me. Alright, so these two things just link up. Put the red wires on here. Terminal blocks, that's the word I'm looking for. I don't have any sitting on the desk, which is just typical. You can't see any around. They look like Lego bricks, and they have little screw holes in them, and you can link things together, which would be a better way of doing it than this way, which is not a good way. These are just going to fall apart. I don't know where my the right kind of pliers are, but I just hold it like this and twist it around. I forgot which way I was twisting it. Oh, this is turning out bad. Alright, that should be fine for now. It's fine, it doesn't matter. I think I stripped the wrong wire. Alright. That's blue. This is the black one. And that just takes off the end bit, which is a shame. Oh dear. Oh, that's not working out at all. No. I feel like they should do the trick where they have a screw and you just tie them to the screw and then you put the screw in and then that's fine. Or a spring or something. We'll see how that goes. And then we've got to put... Oh, I really don't think this is going to work. Actually, I should have twisted the wires individually before I tied them together. Well, you learn and you learn. Okay. I'm going to try and make it like the picture. So the yellow one goes on the top. This is the part that I had last time I did these things, where you put the wires in here. And it's never very effective. I don't know where my non-twisted small size long nose pliers are, which is kind of the exact thing you need for this. Otherwise it's super hard. I'll just twist it around a bit. Well, it's kind of attached. And then we'll do the same thing. I should not be doing it. Oh, I forgot to do the twisty. This is the thing. It's just like, just solder them together. It would be so much better. But I am not soldering on camera because then I'd have to have a fume extractor going, and I'd be afraid that the fumes would get onto the lens of the camera and things like that. It's never gonna. Oh, this is just not gonna work though. This is what I hate about these kind of model things, is that they're just too tricky. And you put too much strain on these little contacts on the motor, and then you just end up with a broken motor. And it's not really going to work. Alright, well, push it down. I need some tape. Oh, I don't have my favourite tape sitting around. Not very prepared for this. I normally have it. I have some electrical tape that I was... oh, it's right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this on. I'll just cover up the camera. And the idea being it's going to hold everything in place. So if I put that over the top, right, then it should be a little bit... I think I should have gone all the way around. I feel like the battery, the motor is going to get hot from my continual usage of this thing. So I may be a bit careful about doing this. Alright. Well, the first thing I should actually have done before I put the tape on is tested that it worked. So wait, why don't we do that? All I have to do is remember oh my gosh, I had literally a whole pile of batteries. Oh, they're right here. What kind of batteries are they? AA. Alright. I am prepared for this. Super prepared. This is just going to be the most boring part of doing this, which is getting these batteries to this thing to work. So this is the most bizarre battery box. The springs are completely different. Like, there's this tiny annoying spring on the bottom on this side, which keeps pointing down. Like, there you go. It's annoying. And then the spring here is giant. It's like, what? Who built this one? So that one goes there. I think it will be better when they're both in. And I feel like this needs... Well, it's making buzzing sounds. Okay, so we're all good so far. So we'll chop off a bit more of this stuff. And I feel like I should just actually keep it like that. Whoop, I messed that up. Good. Is that actually going to stay on? There's so many useful things you can use for linking two pieces of wire together, and this is the most worst possible way of doing it. Right, so we're not gonna mess this one up. We're gonna get this one right. Alright. Or are we? That's the big mystery. Okay. Well, that's, I think, slightly better. So let's just check that it works. So there's two little buttons on here, and the motor works, and it seems okay. Fine, we've got the hard part out of the way. Let's do this, part number 2. Install the carriage and fix with... Oh my gosh, what the heck are we doing? what's happening here. Okay, I'm gonna freely admit that these instructions are very hard to understand. So we're trying to make, so I think this is the carriage here. This has to be the carriage. So this is the thing that's going to go up and down. And I feel like there should be some gluing going on, but I haven't prepared. Well, we've got PVA glue, and we haven't got that much time on the camera, so this might just be a multi-day video. I just wanted to get started on it. These are identical, aren't they? Oh no, this one's got a hole on the top. This is the top, and that's the front. And there's little bits on the side. So that doesn't. Oh, it does. Oh, they're nice and firm. Good. Goodness gracious. Okay. And that goes there. I have the glue. I have a glue gun that's all downstairs though, so I'm not actually putting this on the camera enough. All right, and then this one's got little holes on it. What are the holes for? Oh, these. Oh, I get. The holes are for the screws. Okay, so that's going to be nice and firm. You don't need any glue. Well, that's fancy. At least that part's kind of good. Okay, one. Like, I think this is going to be 2 videos, but I don't think it's going to be more than that. I feel like this is the hardest wood part, and that's just putting that together. And now we have a bag full of screws. Like they have all of the screws in here, except they're different sizes. With the 7mm screws. Alright, the 7mm screws. The 7mm screws. Which ones are those? Here's my silly thing. 7. Well, I think these are the longest ones. Those are 7mm. Alright, so how many do I need? It says, well, I need 1, 2, 3. These are different sizes. Oh my gosh. Okay, are they all the same? I think they're all the same. And that one, and that one. And to be honest, I think those are the only. No, there's another 7mm. Okay, so let's do this as fast as we can. And we have to put the string through the top. Okay, 1. I'm not going to over tighten it. There's a lot of screw holes on the bottom of that one, so that doesn't look like that's going to happen too fast. But we'll see how we go. I started with not enough room on the camera, so this won't be a 30-minute video. But I think it's going pretty good. I think it's going quite well. I don't know if these screws are actually, because it doesn't actually have screw holes, it's just got like the little, I'll show you in a second. Oh, you can go, it just goes in there, like it just seems like that actually works. I guess it does. And this is where the string is going to go through. And tie the soft orange. Oh, okay, this is going to be interesting. I think we can kind of get to the end of step 4. There are 10 steps in this. Alright, 1. Well, I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I think I should have just done the silly fake Lego set I was going to do. But I really have been wanting to do this, so now is the best time. So the most exciting thing today is I bought all these little electronic kits for a very cheap price from like off the internet secondhand. but they're not second-hand, they're brand new. I don't know what the story is behind them. They look quite old, but there's a lot of them, like many of them. Sort of more than I was expecting. Alright, so I don't know, I'll do that on this channel. So here's the little rope. Cut about 20 centimeters of string. Isn't the string actually 20 centimeters long? Nope, it's not. It's much longer than 20 centimeters. Right, well, I'm going to make it slightly longer than 20 because I tend to muck things up. Okay, that's the spare string, which is now too short. And just to double check, did I actually make that? Okay, it's 23 centimeters long. That's about 20 centimeters. And put it through 2 holes on the board and tie the soft orange. What is that supposed to mean? There's not 2 holes, there's only 1 hole. It's that hole there. Through 2 holes on the. Okay, I'm just going to lick that and through the hole, through 2 holes. Well, they don't do that in the picture. Okay, so what have we got? We've got these things. So, okay, soft orange shaft sleeve. Well, they must mean these. I bought a bag of these actually off AliExpress. These specific little things. I cannot remember why I decided to buy them, but I did. Alright, so thread that through the hole, and then I think you're just supposed to tie them together. Oh my gosh. Not gonna lie, I'm not very good at tying knots. So don't expect something fancy from this. And my patience will run out very fast. Not doing this. Alright. That's good enough. That's not going to come apart. Oh, oh no. What have I done? Alright, hold on. Put that through there. I still don't quite understand the instructions because it says insert the carriage and fix with 7 and cut 20 centimeters of string and put it through 2 holes on the board. And there aren't 2 holes to put it through, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But I think it goes like this. Though I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused because where's the box? I feel like I haven't made this correct. Right, okay, hold on, I don't understand. Because this thing has 3 layers on it. This is 3 layered, and my carriage has only got 2. And I don't have enough wood to make. I feel like that picture is deceptive. Because that's not how it turns out. I think that's actually, it's moving really fast, and so it looks like it's going down. But there aren't actually 3 layers to it. So, there certainly aren't in the instructions. And okay, that's not a good way of doing it. Through the hole and around. And through. 8 minutes left. Oh, that's good. I feel like, oh, this is getting a bit tiring. Nobody wants to watch someone doing this on a video. And they shan't, because nobody will watch this. So that's fine. We're all good on that score. And I don't want to think too much about that, because then I'll feel like, what am I talking to myself for? People do occasionally watch these things. Don't. Oh, it's not going the way it's supposed to. Well, it's fine. It's good enough. Alright, so now it holds itself up by magic. And now we have to take these things. So we'll just finish off these. This is, look, it's a free square for you. That one goes there, and that one goes there. We'll just put the metal bits on this. So I have to get the right metal bits. And there's an awful lot of metal bits to get wrong or right. So I think these brackets go on the bottom, and holding it like that, they go there. Use the 4mm screws, which are going to be possibly these. This is the worst. This is like annoying. It's because it's actually made of metal, and you feel like anything that's made of metal. I actually have a proper better metal ruler, but it's disappeared. That it's going to actually start at the beginning, not like halfway up, which is the most annoying thing to do. This actually seems longer than 4mm. That seems like it's 5. So, what's the shortest one they've got? 6mm. Okay, that was a 6mm. So it's the tiny ones. What are these screws? These look different to the other ones. Oh, they're the same. Okay, so I think these are the 4mm. That's the 4mm. So the really tiny ones are the ones that they want you to use. So there are 3 sizes: 4, 6, and 7. Alright, that makes sense because then it doesn't go all the way through the board. 1. And can't do this. 2. And then we need another 2. At least these things are symmetrical, so you can't go too badly with that one. That one, and another tiny screw. That's that one done. And another tiny screw. There's just not much you can say about that. I have to make conversation. I dyed my hair blue again. I feel like that doesn't actually stay in that one. That's a bit loose. Fine, dye my hair blue. I feel like I quite like having darker hair. I always wanted to dye my hair black a long time ago, and never got round to it. So this is close enough. But I've been dyeing my hair blue for quite a while now, and it feels like I feel like I should change colours. But all the other colours are kind of rubbish. Like, they don't stay in long enough. And I'm not using permanent colours on my hair, and I'm not going to use something that's green, because green doesn't look good. Like I think that's an agreed thing, that green as a hair colour just doesn't work. These don't really stay in very well. Right, they stay in okay. Well, that's pretty firm. Like, that's not going to fall apart, but you can feel it moving around in circles. So I have to hold this like this, and then I have to put the last ones in. With 3 minutes, can I do this in 3 minutes? I, to be honest, am concerned that I can't. But I am going to give it my best. 1. Gosh. So if I can do 1 in each minute, then I'll be fine. Okay, that one's done. And then this one is the next one. It's nerve-wracking, these screws, to tell you the truth, because I feel like, what if I get one wrong? What if I run out? What if I lose a screw? It's just a lot of stress. Like, I almost certainly have replacements for these screws. Like, I have so many screws, but I feel that the thing with having so many screws, it's just so disorganized. I'm never going to be able to look at something and say, well, you need a 3mm self-tapping, blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, what's the point of having so many screws? It just feels like you shouldn't just throw them away. And they're such easy things to get a large collection of. So I did start watching Ambulance tonight, but I needed to finish my Duolingo stuff, so I didn't actually watch that much of it. But it's quite fun so far. I'm interested in watching it for the drone shots, of course, which I think it's like renowned for, and being a non-stop action film, and it is kind of a non-stop action film. Like, it doesn't really have much of a pause at any point. So far, there's probably like a big tea break in the middle. So we did it. We have done it with 1 minute and 44 seconds left on the clock. So we've got all of these things. I don't know where that came from. That's part of it, I think. That's for holding the motor in place or something. These things here, 3 of these, which are going to attach along the back like that. And then I think that one's going to go over there. So it's probably going to look something like this. I wish you can't see, but that will be fun. I think. Maybe it goes like that. No, it has to go like that. But then, where's the... oh wait, this is the top. So it's going to look like that. What are these 2 holes for? That's the holes for the battery. They're going to go there. Alright. And my stomach's making funny sounds. And then that's just going to go, and then the motor's going to go there. It should be fine. It should be fun. Thanks for watching. This is a very silly project. We were making an elevator. Science elevator. DIY elevator. That's the wrong kind of screwdriver to be using for these screws. It's just like the worst. That's like a stock photo that they threw in there. So it's quite fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.